Hello everybody, my name is Aiden Blaze, and this is Hunie Pop 2 Final Thoughts. Okay, so this is obviously an indie game with the most basic of all gameplay mechanics ever. Connect free. But that isn't the main focus of the game now, is it? Now obviously all of this is happening on the island of Ina de Puna, the beautiful Hawaiian island where we bang the ever-living shit out of everyone while also visiting the resorts, the airport, aquarium, beach, the golf course, and so on and so on. But that's all just pretty background stuff. The game is all about the girls, the art and the story that is continuing on from the first installment of Hunie Pop. It focuses a lot on all the different stereotypes and how the devs put it into the game. For example, you have Ashley, the wannabe cool punk rocker band member slash supermodel with commitment issues. Hooray! Or Abia, the complete sex-crazed Arabian woman who needs to rub it out every 10 minutes at work as a goddamn security officer, and also she kinda just like gropes all the hot girls she comes across. One of the more notable girls is Jessie, from the last installment of Hunie Pop, the MILF. One of the more important things to note about her is how she was a rising porn star in the first game. Her main point generation was sexuality, but here it's romance. She has fallen out of favor in the industry and now just wants to settle down and pay more attention to her daughter. Which, by the way, you completely fucking railed in the last game. Lola also makes a return appearance, now designing her own clothes and starting a business together with Zoe. She is quite a strong independent woman, as described by one of her baggages. Speaking of Zoe, she is one of the more interesting characters. She's like a seer or something along those lines. She can vaguely see Q and the other fairy people and knows about the space hookers through visions in her dreams. Spooky shit. She wants to help you out by fucking the girl's senses with threesomes as far as the eye can see. Her more unusual cyber angel kinda style and hair color is what caught Lola's eye for the fashion design business, in which you can bet the meetings were hot and heavy. Now, onto the thing. The thing being this mega annoying Japan obsessed wannabe Gyaru bitch. She's so much into it, yet still can't learn the basics of the language. She is spray tanned all over except for the eyes. I don't know, I guess, I don't know, some goggles to protect her face or some shit like that. And it's even... she's basically just a female version of the most generic and disgusting weeb you can find on the internet. Just IRL with the way she talks and oh god, please, I just don't wanna see her. She also doesn't bathe. She's a smelly little piece of shit. She even says she bathes like once a week, if even that. Fuck that smelly hoe. Next up is Lillian, the goth chick, the dying is the only thing I live for, and sex. Cause you know, a stereotype meets horny hentai game in the best possible place. A Connect free game. Overall, the accents is what I think is the most annoying about her, but they also kind of nailed it. Cause she's that annoying goth chick. Although the constant "I want to die" gets annoying quickly when you know you yourself kind of went through that phase at one point in life and so on. But that's beside the point. But speaking of phases, have you noticed that Brooke is phasing out of being a real girl and turning into a plastic Tupperware container that holds nothing but raw gold digger energy? It is her mission to one day become an immortal sex doll made of nothing but two brain cells that want more money and sex, while also thinking of what part to replace or upgrade or downgrade next. Not to mention, she also has the annoying thing as her little sex toy that she's giving an allowance to. She's paying the annoying thing to be there. Ew. Next up we have Candace, the Albert Einstein of the bunch. A real smart cookie, that one. Not even a fly could get past her. But all jokes aside, Candace is quite literally a little girl. Despite her mature physical appearance, she is really lacking in the brain department. You know, since your gifts are literal toddler toys, saying any sort of word to her that has more than 3 syllables, it's just too much for her to comprehend. And therefore, it'll cause total confusion. I mean, for fuck's sake, one of her baggages is called intellectually challenged. She might be, you know, a hot stripper, but, you know, she do be dumb as fuck. Moving on, we have Nora, the tomboyish street girl who grew up poor in a big family. She had to do some stealing to get by at some points, but was caught and even served jail time. Despite her criminal history, she is a caring aunt, as the gifts that you buy for her are actually for her nephew. You know, because she can't buy them herself. She works as a maid at the resort you stay in. You know, so she don't really get paid that much. Sometimes, you know, I get her gifts confused for Candace's, cause one is for a little child, one is an actual little child. Which is which? Gets you confused, doesn't it? So that's Nora. And now Polly. What to say about Polly? Polly is basically James Charles of Hunie Pop 2, but with less drama, while also being a girl, a trans girl, apparently. Something I did not know, as the game never, you know, told you, it never alluded to it, you know. The only way I actually found out is by a friend telling me, since you have the option to choose Polly's junk. Apparently, that junk is her penis. Her supposed penis. You know, if you choose an Audi, she would have a dick in the sex scene with Brooke, and if you choose an innie, she would use a strap-on instead. So, that's nice. And her entire, you know, like, style and everything, it's all about the past, you know. She dresses in all kinds of, like, 50s and 60s and 70s, you know, all the way up to the 80s, you know, in the normal stuff. Then you have the post game where you unlock other, you know, clothes and shit, but that's her, and she does a lot of makeup, so yeah, that's Polly for ya. And I saved the best for last. Leilani, the best girl of the entire fucking series. The cute as a button Hawaiian hotel clerk who is adorable as all heck and is so innocent you wouldn't even believe. Even in this entire hentai game, you never see her wanting it all that much, as she is reserved and so gosh darn polite. Matter of fact, she even sets it up for you with the sensual massages and everything for you to sweep in and take them, but they just end up wanting her instead because of how perfect she is. The only way you get to bang her anyway is by dragging her into it along with the other girl, as if trying to corrupt her innocence. Of course, lastly we have the Space Hookers Moxie and June. In terms of character, we don't really know much about them, only that they need some good dick, and if their periods come when they are awake, they gon' get so pissy that they destroy plants for as long as their vagina is dripping blood. So, our task, as the main protagonist of a hentai game, is to make their vagina drip lots and lots of semen instead. Fuck them so good, they go back to their cosmic beds and sleep through their periods. Gameplay wise, they are literally the worst. You don't have any sort of setup, the item bonuses don't last, and you'll start with 20 less moves than you should. The fact that you need the RNG gods to smile down on you and bless you with joy tokens out the wazoo tells you just how much of a pain they are. There is little to no skill involved in this, same with the post-game bonus challenges that you do for all the other outfits. Sooner or later, you just pray to RNGesus to win, to be able to unlock the bonuses. Like, Jesus, help me please. All in all, I still enjoyed the game even when my ass was getting fucked harder by RNG more than when we did all the girls combined. It's worth a play if you want to see the art or just have a chat with the characters. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.